Alrighty. We got the wheel. We got the grab ship. We got losing his fun with Randy. We got commitment. I didn't even see what the seed name was. Not that it matters. I'm not getting lunch today, so I should order food. Why are you not getting lunch today? Alright, are you just going home early instead? I agree with people don't crow about how great McDonald's is like the new Panda Express. Oh, your contrarianism is kicking in. Do they? I don't know. I don't really hear people talk about what's it called? Like Panda Express. I don't even honestly know if we have Panda Express here. You're goddamn right. All right, any bangers for starters here? Crafting construction plants. Chemical fascination misogynist. Plants, animals, and shooting. Tough. Incoming damage multiplier, 50% only. And fast learner? Oh, I mean, we gotta keep this. The only problem with this is she's not super passionate, though, about anything. She's passionate about some things, but shooting, planting animals is pretty good. I think we keep this. Fast learner offsets the lack of passion, lack of double passion, and tough is going to be really good for combat, and she's shooting. All right, that's a keeper. That is a keeper. Too smart. Staggeringly ugly and very neurotic. Global work speed 40%. USFDA literally wants Americans dead. It's about goddamn time. Isn't the screen on? Did it end with fun again? Oh yeah. It ended in fun 2 days ago when we stopped playing. It ended in 9 ritualists worth of fun. The choices to not eat fast food really isn't hard. I mean, like, devil's advocate and maybe unpopular opinion here. I agree. But a lot of these things, okay, let's like leave any like addiction or laziness or whatever to food, to that kind of food out of it. Time is like a big issue, man. Even like for me, I ordered this morning because I was so behind on chores that to like go make my own food and stuff, does it take long? No, and I eat at the desk. But honestly, those extra like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, I was like, fuck, it's late already. I gotta go. And I work it from home, and if I'm late, it's not like I get fired or anything. You guys can't fire me, chat. Try as you might. But if you're like working like a 9 to 5, I don't know, you're barely sleeping or something, or chores or family or whatever, like you need meals prepped for you. And if you don't have time to meal prep or haven't meal prepped, like what do you instantly usually do? You order food, right? You pay for food to be made for you, so you don't have to spend that time doing it. Right? So, while I agree with you, misogynist, masochist, creepy breathing, abrasive, dumbly... Okay, we got one keeper, basically. That is a good one. Hard worker with shooting, melee, medical, construction, and mining. He's not social, which is fine. Global work speed 20. Might keep the spine, bad back. What does this do exactly? Degradation of spinal column surrounding muscular. This makes it hard to move and bend smoothly. Moving minus 30 and manipulation minus 10. Especially as mining, moving minus 30. And in combat. Okay, maybe not. That's pretty bad. That ain't ideal, yo. So we're looking, what's the combo we still need? We got plants and shooting. We want mining and like social or something. And then we need construction, intellectual, and ideally crafting. Something like that. Oh, we need a cook still too. We need like the domestic chore guy. Crafting, intellectual, medical. Not good enough. Not good enough. Social, intellectual, crafting, shooting. No cooking, though. Mining, construction, crafting. Been so long. Melee. You know, I'm not, like, opposed to getting a melee guy either. After, like, what happened last time. Like, somebody that could just kind of tank for a bit so other people can just shoot instead of running around like idiots. But I think you want Iron Will for that, right? Where they take less damage. Like her, for instance. Tough or whatever. That's huge. HelloFresh. We were sponsored with HelloFresh for a month or two. I need a Factor 75 sponsor. I need to, when I take a day or two off, which will be probably next Tuesday, I need to start, like, looking for sponsors and stuff now that we're not with Novo anymore. I need to do that all. Or like, look for other management and shit. There's a bunch of shit I need to do now after the Novo fallout that I just can't do during stream. Try one as a genie. No hair. I like this already. Beardless, thin body, elongated figures, extra pain, intellectual, awful, social, poor animals, poor plants. But I don't want them to be, like, completely shit on that. Oh, wait, we don't need a mining. We got mining covered. Okay. Noted that that's an option. There you go. Iron-willed. We got construction, crafting, intellectual. Cooking ain't great, but this is pretty good. Incapable of doing animals. Come on, guys. What happened with Novo? They rug pulled. Well, rug pulled is the wrong term. Rug pull implies some kind of scam. They just cold turkey cut off their entire creator side of their business. So all creators, all staff with creators, everything gone, including myself. Basically, we got fired. Speaking of getting fired. So, not ideal. A bunch of work in my plate and less money all of a sudden. We need a W, team. We need a life W. This is just constant horseshit the past 2 years of, like, no more Logitech, no more NZXT, no more Novo. It's like, okay. At some point, it's like, can I get something? Wizard! Twitchy Man, thank you for the 8 years. Now there's a W. Congrats on the new badge. Time to go back to world first rating? I'm not sure how that helps with anything. I think you'll be replaced by AI. Oh, I've already been replaced by AI. Let's assume you're a billionaire, brother. My dream. I told you guys the story of the, like, almost winning the $1 million jackpot Monopoly thing in Vegas when I was at Tally's wedding. I think about that, like, at least once a week. Imagine just winning $1 million and just paying off your entire mortgage. Holy fuck. Well, now that you can. You can only put down 15% lump sum per year here. I don't know what the laws are for you guys, but... Wait, there's no medical, though. She's already shit with medical. Keep this for now. Oh, shit, we do need mining. Sorry, my bad. You guys are right. We didn't need a mining. I thought it's plants that we have covered, not mining. So the last one, we need, like, a mining medical kind of person. Mining medical. Probably don't have that. Sounds like a safety net. Yeah, no, that's, yeah. Even if I just won $10 million, I would not be able to. You could pay 15 lump sum on your mortgage. That's it per year. So it'd still take, you know, whatever. 6 more years to pay off. I saw what you wrote, Yoles. I just haven't had time to check it out, dude. That's like the kind of stuff I'm gonna look at during a day off, you know. I hear you, Jero. Terry was just in Vegas. I was like, "Did you play Uno?" He's like, "The fuck you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, they're putting Uno at the tables in Vegas." He's like, "Oh, I had no idea," but I guess they're not in yet. I think it's a plan that is going to happen, kind of thing. 2 melee guns. Oh, that's true. Construction, mining, man, plants. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. Been so long. Oh shit, I'm combat though. And greedy. Shooting, melee, construction, mining, social. We have 0 medical then. That is a no-no. We need a mining medical mandatory. And then after that, social would also be nice, and or shooting. Mining, medical. Is there a baseliner for that? Jerry's already thrown all that. Uno said it's not a thing. Oh, it's just some random ass rumor. Those motherfuckers. Sounds illegal? Why would it be illegal to put Uno? Mining, close. It's very close. Artistic. Mining. Mining. Oh, mining 3, but still. Mining, medical, crafting. Not great medical, but can learn. Construction and melee. No, we need like some decent shit here for medical. Mining, construction, melee, plants, animals, crafting, giga medical. They're a wimp. They're trigger happy. Undergrounder. Undergrounder kind of sucks. It's not like groundbreaking, like Pyro could fuck you up. But they're just, like, constantly unhappy because they obviously need to keep working outside, is the thing. Let's do a couple dirt rolls. Mining, chemical interest. Why is it in green? Are they natty undergrounders, dirt moles? Tough and super immune, but they can't fight. What the fuck is that? What does the green mean? It's like a locked stat that they're good at. Dirt moles. Like they're just always good at mining. So I think it's green to indicate that that xenotype is good at that. Oh fuck them. 20 mining. They are natty undergrounders? This guy's not undergrounder. In the traits? I don't think that's true, actually. Fast walker, mining. Green means they have flat bonus because of their genes. Red would be negative, right? Greedy, annoying voice. Social, intellectual, mining. Careful shooter, jogger. Too smart. This one's pretty good. What are we thinking here? What are we thinking here, chat? This one's not bad. Giga social, giga intellectual. Has artistic and medical. Not bad. Not bad at all. How big is the cut usually for management? It depends on the management group. It's usually in the range of 15 to 30%, something like that. And it depends on like your deal and what they do. Like when I first started in, do we keep this one? When I first started in, we already have an until answer all weekend. When I first started in Novo, it used to be called Nerd Fusion, and they were a management group then. They handled everything, but they took a cut of everything. So back then, if you... That's how we met Aggie, for instance. She was hired for them. So it's like you needed emotes, they had in-house emote artists. You needed overlay, they had in-house overlay. You needed like a little chat, like a new sub alert, like the Sylvanas one. They paid for that. But everything you had, they took a cut of. Subs, donations, everything. But everything was covered. And then Nerd Fusion became Novo, and they went into brand-only stuff. So then they didn't take a cut anymore of your tips and whatever, but they didn't include stuff in-house. The only reason we still had Aggie was just a grandfather. You were one of the OG Nerd Fusion guys, like out of like respect thing, you know, out of like thanks for getting us here thing. But they got rid of all that for everyone else, whoever else they brought on board. Like Quinn was with Novo, Amaranth was with Novo, that kind of stuff. And they worked brand side only now. So they would bring in... So they would basically go to whoever, or brands would contact them. And then if they brought you a brand deal, like the Hearthstone thing we did. Actually, that one I found myself. But like, whatever. Logitech, Hearthstone, Corsair, Craft Dinner, any of that kind of shit. They would just take 20% off of that deal. So if they're like, hey, here's $100,000, they would get $20,000 of it. But you were left on your own for emote artists, alerts, art, programming, all that kind of shit. Go find your own shit now kind of thing, you know? Nerd Fusion runs run by Sevidus, not Dan. Dan was part of Nerd Fusion, as was Waffle. Giant Waffle. As was Lobos, Timac. Might be forgetting one person. Sounds like a ripoff to me. Well, no, it's not, right? Because artists are very expensive. And spending time to find your own shit for deals is time consuming. What's up, A1? Have you thought about trying to get into Tally's management group? I haven't thought about trying to get into any management group because I had a management group. But now, as of like a week ago, I don't. So, yeah, I'm gonna need to start looking around, you know? The thing with management groups, like I explained the other day, though, it's honestly a lot of the same shenanigans as, holy moly, a lot of the same things as, sponsor deals. Numbers sell. So if our average CCV is too low or whatever, they're going to be like, no. Because for them, if they go, yeah, we want you as part of this management group, they take their employees, aka your talent, you know, talent manager, all that kind of stuff, and then that person is paid to go spend time to pitch you to brands and try to get brands to work with you and stuff like that, or try to get you game sponsorships or whatever. Because that's how they make their money, right? I don't pay them directly. It's not like they're like, hey, come on board, and, you know, it costs $50 a month or something to stay here. So if you're too low and they can't sell you and get you sponsors, then they're wasting money because they're paying their staff hourly or salary or whatever, and their staff can't produce results with your profile or whatever. and then they're not making money because they're not getting you deals, which means they're not getting a cut of the deals they're making, which means there's no financial return, right? So it's not a matter of just being like, hey, I'm Sloot, I've been streaming for 13 years, get me in here. They're like, right away, sir. They're probably like, your CCV is a little low, dude. But I haven't tried, by the way, for what it's worth. Like, I don't know. It's literally been years that I've needed management representation. Like, I joined Nerd Fusion, I don't even remember. I was still casting MDI 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Like, it's been a long time since I've had to look for this kind of stuff. Long time. I feel like a baby again. I don't have the hair to boot as well. Bro, just give me a fucking medical mining good guy. Can't fight. So I was thinking of the one I sent you. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, you also got to understand, as with everything that starts to be successful in an industry, it becomes very saturated, right? So years ago, there weren't really many management groups out there. There was like less than 5. And the main one, ODP, OGP, I forget what they were called. OPG, I think. With that big scandal that Tally was part of. Not Tally was part of the scandal. He was part of the group that had the scandal with Omid and stuff. That was like one of like the 3 that existed. And then there was like Nerd Fusion, or like one of the very rare that existed. Nowadays, there's a bunch of them. There's like Mythic, there's GG Town. There's a ton of agencies, right? Because everyone's trying to make their buck and capitalize on an industry that's boomed financially. So is there a management group out there, period, that I can find and get into? Probably. I just don't know if it's going to be Mythic or whatever. And ultimately, that all just takes time. That's the thing. Because you got to shoot emails, and you got to do meetings, and you got to blah, blah, blah. Like, quite literally, you have to blah, blah, blah. Firefighting's okay. Jealous isn't so bad. This is a pretty good one here. We got Giga Medical, pretty good mining, shooting. Adapted to artificial light. They travel and they are natural at digging and open and suffer. In open, they suffer from sensitivity to light, slow speed, and poor eyesight at distance. Movement and speed in sunlight. Oh, you're right. They do take -12 mood in the sun. I mean, do we scrap the dirt mold then? I don't know. This guy will basically just be permanently unhappy. I understand the appeal of VTubers. I don't get. Oh, sorry. I mean, I get it. It's just not my thing. There's quite a few of you that are VTubing fans, and that's cool. Like Rafe's a big VTuber fan. Yeah, yo, man, more power to you. Whatever you enjoy. It's just not my thing. Just not my jam. But they make a lot of money because it's obviously like a thing. Boy, Kale. Just do hot tub streams and hot political takes. Easy win. I sure love talking about politics. I think I might just go back to baseliner. And, I mean, all we have to do is just roll, right? Like, we'll eventually get something while we're chatting. It's not like... It's not impossible or anything. That one just guarantees mining is going to be good, but it comes at a cost. That's all, man. I guess what the other xenotypes are. And what they do, or can do. Or can, tiger. We don't really have a cook, right? Can't fight. Blizzard! Blizzard. My friend became a VTuber getting racist comments constantly. It actually worked in his favor. I mean, VTubing's interesting. Like I say, it's not my thing, right? But it's obviously got a massive population, a fan base rather. People enjoy looking at, obviously, like hot cartoon and pixel characters. Look at Marvel rival skins and stuff, right? It's not like that's an industry that's going away. People are horny motherfuckers. And from the creator side, you know, I've always believed that it's something you had to do early on, but I've always been curious what it's like to stream without camera. Because, well, it's not just the mining, it's the other things too. Like, I see the mining we're getting. Like, that's a 10 miner, but no medical. Wimp. There's, like, a lot less... I don't want to say, like, pressure. Xeno, brother, thanks for the... Jesus Christ, almost 10 years. Welcome back, baby. Leave with 119-monther. There's almost, like less, like, pressure to perform or, like... Okay, pressure to perform is not the right thing to say. It's more like, you know, you can't really have oopsie daisies on camera, right? You can't do something that's going to get clipped to LSF. You don't have to, like, worry about putting makeup on. Not just, there's some guys that wear makeup. There's some guys that wear makeup on stream too, just like under eye concealer and shit like that. You know, you don't have to worry about like any of that. You don't have to worry about like your lights in the background working, and it's definitely, we've had a couple of like very rare, like probably less than 10 in my 13 years. We've had some streams where I haven't cammed, probably one recently while we were still working here. I remember one like a few months ago where we're fixing this shit up here. And it was in some ways a little liberating, to be honest, because I just didn't have to worry about any of that. I didn't have to worry about how I sit in my chair. I didn't have to worry about what the background looked like. I don't know, you know what I mean? So to a certain extent, I've always been a little envious of people like Lyric and stuff that took off without cam. So then there's just no cam expectation ever of them, kind of thing. And that's the same for VTubing, but instead of no cam, you have some, you know, hot CGI, usually female avatar instead, right? And people like looking at cartoon titties, so... Some streamers that never use cam, yeah. But the thing is, once you've accustomed to cam, I don't think it would help this stream at all if I'm like, guys, I'm not streaming with a cam ever again. I'd be curious, though, at some point to do, like, a couple of streams where I'm like, I don't feel like being on cam today. And, like, not do cam. Whoops. But it is, liberating in some ways, for sure. Use a voice changer like private software. Apparently, people have, like, that have met him in real life say that he does actually sound like that. Like, I don't think there's, like, not in terms of, like, a fandom that are protecting him. But, you know, I have my doubts. Still. Sometimes he's a furry VTuber model. Yep. If you take cam away, I mean, I would not at this point want to stream without cam because I like being on cam. I think it adds... Cam's advantageous too, though, right? Like, cam, you can see human expression. You can see reactions to games. And we fucking worked so hard on this background. Like, ain't no way, dude. You know? Ooh, what's this? An ugly nudist. Giga mining, giga intellectual, giga medical. So bad for... Oh, God, they're 77. It's like fucking guy straight age. Close. Oh, there's something, man. That's true, P-Shack. And his dad. Does he get to make fun of the scout? True. The problem with you taking camera is we wouldn't see the stars of the show, Mr. Cat and Little One. Yep, that's another thing. Bro, I have 3 fucking cat towers in this room. In not, like, intelligent locations as far as room placement goes. It's just so they're on cam. Wild, dude. Absolutely wild. Been so long. Isn't it like 200% harder to become big without a camera? Are we including VTubing in that? Because I think the answer is no. Also, that's like such a... How do you measure that metric? Back to animatic progression, should I turn off cam, less pressure, and enough to control my facial expressions? Right. I mean, like, Lyric? What about Lyric, though? I'd boycott the stream if we no longer got to see Mr. Cat. No, I would never no cam stream. But like I said, I'm not like psychopath. But I'm not like completely against like maybe a stream here and there, just being like, man, I just kind of want to chill out off cam today. But I've never also personally had that. Like, I've never had taking a day off stream, having the deciding factor be like, I really don't feel like being on cam today. I can't remember that ever being a thing for me. It's just how I've always streamed. Like, I've just turned on the cam and go, you know? Turn on the cam for only cams.